Hi, I'm John Cremeans. It's time to experience the OddPlanet spin. Our first story on OddPlanet is about the Great Snowball Melee. I mean, it might as well be. It's winter, and there's a lot of snow. Authorities at a North Carolina college say a huge snowball fight got out of control, forcing campus police to use pepper spray on some of the students to contain the rowdy crowd. Police were called to a dormitory at East Carolina University 3 times last week as hundreds of students pelted each other with snow. And then last weekend in Madison, Wisconsin, 2 teams of University of Wisconsin-Madison students pelted each other with snowballs. A 45-minute battle that's not going to go down in snowball epic history. To break a record of 2006, they'd have to have over 3,700 students. In our next OddPlanet story, it's out of Chicago, and a 14-year-old aspiring police officer actually put on a uniform, walked into a police station, and guess what? He actually got assigned to a car, and he went on patrol for 5 hours. Thank goodness the boy didn't have a gun or issued any speeding tickets. How's that for Homeland Security? If you're still waiting for mail from your grandmother, or maybe a note from your boyfriend, if it went through one Michigan post office, you may never see it again. You've got to hear this story, because what's happened is a local carrier in an area outside of Detroit got so overwhelmed by their post office route that they actually rented a storage facility and stored thousands, not just hundreds or a couple, but thousands and thousands of postal letters. It seems that anywhere from North Carolina, well heck, even up to North Dakota, there have been several trials just recently where post office employees are not fulfilling their duties of, delivering the mail. In North Carolina, a mail carrier actually admitted to burying junk mail in his backyard. Now, wait a minute. That may have done some of us a good service. In North Dakota, one postal employee is actually going to be sentenced to 10 years in prison for not, finishing his rounds. They found literally over 4 tons of mail. That's thousands and thousands of letters in his home. Our last story here on OddPlanet, at least for today, is my personal list for what I'm going to bring the next time I go to a presidential inauguration. Well, I'm going to need some newspapers, going to have to wait in line. I'm definitely going to need some food, water bottles, well, at least a few water bottles, because I'm going to get thirsty. What about gloves, socks? Definitely going to need some blankets. How about a couple sleeping bags to throw in? Oh, and definitely American flags. Now, if you think I'm making too long a list, get this. That's just the list of what people brought to President Obama's inauguration and then left behind in the National Mall. Last week, we told you about the massive destruction that happened after the presidential inauguration, after millions of people were on the National Mall. Well, some of the final numbers are in, and you've got to hear these. Well over 130 tons of garbage were taken just from the garbage cans and garbage areas alone by Washington, D.C. trash trucks. Now, National Park Service employees actually picked up well over 100 tons of garbage. Now, that's a lot of garbage. The size of the trash that was left behind has never been seen before in Washington, D.C. history. Even after the large 4th of July celebrations that are held on the mall, they'll only bring out about 17 million tons of trash. So 17 million, 230 million. That's a lot of trash. I'm John Cremeans, and you've just experienced the OddPlanet spin.